In this video, there will be answers to these common questions from MUET candidates. One, you'll give an oral or spoken presentation of your ideas individually. And this will be done in part 1 of the test. Then in part 2, in a group discussion, you'll have to interact in a small group. The group size could either be 2, 3, or 4 candidates with 2 people minimum and 4 people max. There are 2 parts to this test. It will start with part 1, an individual presentation. This is where you give a spoken presentation of your ideas. You'll be given a topic to talk about in the form of a question paper. The topic will be somewhat formal and on about concrete and straightforward matters. Plus, you cannot ask the examiners about the question at any time during the test. And then no reading time will be given. You have 2 minutes to understand the question and prepare your ideas, and then present your ideas for 2 minutes. Here's the question paper. Right at the top, it mentions that this is candidate A's paper. Every candidate will have different papers and everyone's situation will be the same. For example, it is important to be healthy. Suggest some ways to keep healthy. The difference will be in your different perspectives, as you can see in the phrases in bold. So everyone will contribute different perspectives to one topic. When we're done with part 1, where all candidates have presented, we move on to part 2, where you'll interact in a group discussion. The topic will be quite similar to the one in part 1, but here it'll be more abstract and conceptual, a little more complex, as you'll be discussing a topic in a bigger picture. This is an academic discussion, and you can speak either formally or less formal, so you can relax a little. Everyone will have 3 minutes to prepare before the discussion. The length of your discussion will depend on your group size, 2, 3, or 4 candidates. Here's the question paper for part 2. In this part, we can either support or oppose others' views. Under the heading Situation, we can see the theme is still on health. But now we're looking at health in a bigger picture. We're looking at health as a community or national issue. In the mind map below, you'll be given some ideas for the discussion. You can use these ideas, or if you have your own, you can always use yours. Remember, your goal is to decide which is the best suggestion. First, you'll be tested for your knowledge of different topics or subjects. They can range from anything familiar, concrete, and straightforward that you can speak out of your personal experiences. This happens in part 1 of the test. And then the topic progresses to something more abstract and unfamiliar in part 2. You can speak from your experiences in secondary school or college or universities. Possible topics include, but not limited to, people and culture, health and environment, science and technology, education, and financial awareness, and consumerism. Second, you'll be tested for your background or cultural knowledge. Culture here doesn't only refer to ethnicity, it also means lifestyles or standard practices or procedures in various situations in our life. It also means knowing how things work around us. For example, we're talking about health. You're expected to know about the importance of seeing a doctor when you're sick, or knowing how the hospital is run and how the health system works generally. Third, you'll be tested for language. The aspects of language can range from accuracy, whether you're using long or short sentences equally, whether you're fluent and confident. And in terms of sociolinguistics, is the language that we use in different social settings. For example, in a group discussion, They'll be looking at how you start a discussion, or how you express a disagreement, or present solutions, or persuading others to take your views, or how is your manner in taking turns during the discussion. Pragmatism, technically being practical in your interaction with others, and being tactful is also important. Being aware of other people's feelings, intentions, and perspective, and then knowing how to respond appropriately. The tables for everyone used to be put side by side, lumped together, and now with the pandemic, extra steps have been taken to try keep everyone safe in the room. The tables are now far apart from each other. Everyone wears masks and face shield if need be, a hand sanitizer, and then wet wipes containing alcohol to sanitize your tables before using it. Now, those are about health precautions. What remain the same, you'll be sitting kind of like in a circle facing each other. There will be two examiners sitting on each side with only one examiner, the chief, giving instructions to everyone. There will be tags saying candidate A, B, C, or D on each table, so you know where to sit. And on your table will be a few sheets of paper. One will be the question paper, having all the information you need to talk about in the test. And please don't write on this paper because it'll be used for other candidates after your group. Then you'll be given 1 or 2 sheets of writing paper to jot your ideas down. And for this test, please bring your IC and pen or pencil.